Hello everyone, this is Ivan with Create Your Future. I am a certified life coach. In today's video, we're going to talk about two success stories, one being from a wonderful client and the other being about a success I had today, and I wanted to share it with you all. One thing that both of these stories have in common is how sometimes we put either the person, the thing, or the experience that we want in such a high pedestal, and we forget about us, and it creates the resistance of us not being good enough, or limiting ourselves to it and thinking it's an impossible or it's something that's so far from us, when actually it's a part of us, and that's why it's a desire, right? And that's one of the common things that we have in these two success stories. So let's start with the client one. It's a very short but very, very sweet and still in progress, but a lot of wonderful things have happened. And this it's a little different because for a long time I haven't had a success story from a client who actually did not have any type of relationship with the person she was crushing on. So she has this coworker that she really, really likes, and she met him, but they weren't had the same schedule. They had different shifts. So since they have different shifts, they really did not get to see each other that much. But she would kind of like look him up like on Instagram and Facebook, and see what he was doing. And she created this whole story about him, that he is handsome and that a lot of girls are after him and that he is very fun and exciting. But she never really had an interaction with him to actually make these assumptions true, but that's what she assumed. But while she was doing that, she would put herself a lot and question her worthiness of having this type of relationship with someone like him. So she came across Neville Goddard a couple of months before our session, and she really enjoyed what she would read about and some of the videos that she will see. But she put in practice a lot of it. And she did start to notice a lot of changes as far as bumping into him, getting a high here and there, and actually starting to work similar shifts. So that was really, really cool that she created that experience. But the reason she booked a session was, why is it taking so long, and why is it that we haven't gotten to that next step where we actually have full-on conversations? So while she was talking about him, I noticed that she spoke really highly of him, and when it came to her, it was just like very, very limited. Okay. And there was no reason, because she's beautiful, she's smart, she's very, very interesting and very, very charming, but she wouldn't see that in herself. So we started to create a game plan where it was more self-concept, because the ideas of what she wanted to experience with this person were already there, but she needed something to back that up, which was her worthiness and her confidence around that subject, so that so she could feel good about it. Because at times she would see him and she would kind of run away, and it was like, how can you run away from something you want? It's like, you wouldn't, if you were in a relationship with him, you wouldn't run away from him, right? So we started to work with self-concept in the sense of worthiness, of what are some of the qualities that she possessed, and remind herself, because you already hold that thing that you feel limited to. You already are this interesting, smart, beautiful, wonderful person. It's already a part of you. Remember, it's your reality, so you can basically see yourself however you want to see yourself, and the people that come into it will see you that way. So you don't have to worry about how people perceive you, because if you have an opinion about yourself, that's what's going to stick, and that's what we worked on. So we worked on that confidence and built that up, and immediately she started to notice a lot of really wonderful, positive attention that she would get from a lot of people. So she didn't really see immediate results with the person, but she was really enjoying the journey of getting more attention and meeting new people, and really experiencing these affirmations in her 3D world, right? She was really experiencing herself as being confident, feeling beautiful, feeling interesting, feeling funny, exciting. So she started to do that, and she kept on going and persistent. She is very disciplined and very persistent in the things that she wants in such a healthy and smart way. So a couple of weeks pass by, and she actually bumps into him at the parking lot and says, "You're so and so." He's like, "I see you around all the time." He's all like, what? So they just started having a conversation, and they were laughing, and you know, they had a really good time. He asked for her number, and she was really excited, but she felt really confident. And she even said, like, the way that I was talking, it was just so natural and it felt so good. So as time passed, she kept on doing, you know, she incorporated some of her intentions of what she wanted to experience with this person. And, excuse me, and she was able to go on dates with this person, and he added her on Instagram and Facebook. They chat all the time. He's brought her coffee, you know, they gone to lunch together. They continue to share like similar work shifts, so they get to see each other, but they also see each other outside of work on the weekends. And she's noticing that the relationship is growing. Now, they're not in a relationship yet, but it's something that she is working on, because right now she's working in her concept as far as how she wants a relationship to be, and she's figuring that out. And you know, but she feels really comfortable and excited about it, and I'll be sure to share that success story, which I know is coming in no time. Okay. The next success story is actually something that happened to me, and it happened to me today. I was quite excited because there is this item that I wanted for a really, really long time. Probably like, I don't know, like I say, like 2.5 years ago, I saw this item. Actually 3 years ago, I had seen this item and I just really liked it. You know, as y'all know, I expressed it previously, I do like fashion, and you know, I like design. And you know, there's certain designers that I do admire and very appreciative of their work. So this particular designer had created this wonderful coat that was very representative of who they were, and I really liked it, you know. And but it was very, very expensive. So I'd seen it, and you know, these type of things are not mass produced, so they're kind of hard to find. And if I would see them at a semi decent price, it usually wasn't my size. So one time I found it on, probably like a couple months ago, I found it on this website, but it was still ridiculously expensive. And it was my size. So I had seen it and I just was like, oh, it's like too expensive. I mean, it was marked down like quite a bit, but still it was excessive. And I remember having a conversation with my mom like a couple of weeks ago, and she's just like, just get it, like, you know, just get it. My mom has a very abundant mindset, which is really, really good, you know. But she was just get it, like, you know, if you like it, don't limit yourself to it. You could have it all, you know. So I still thought about it a lot, and you know, I kept on entertaining the idea of how expensive it was, and how, you know, so I was seeing it, even though it's something that I really wanted, I was seeing it as something that was so far from me, it's kind of unreachable. So I stopped thinking about it. I was just like, you know, whatever, if it happens, it happens, you know. So I happened to see it this week, and it was actually very discounted, and it was the last one. It actually said last one available. So I was just like, okay, should I get it? It's still somewhat expensive, but it's like more than, like, you know, more than 60-70% off. So I was just like, maybe it's a time. So I was just like, okay. So I completely forgot about it, but today I actually had a conversation. We were having a conversation, a friend and I thought about that coat again. So when I go into it, I see it, and it had an additional discount. Not only that, I had a coupon that they offered me, and I applied it to that, so it came out close to, well, I don't want to say close to nothing, because it wasn't close to nothing, but still, it was something that was like very, very good deal. And now I get to have this piece that I've been, you know, resisting for many years, but now it's going to be part of my, you know, my wardrobe, and I'm really excited, and I'll make sure to make a video in it so you guys can all see it, and how it's a great coat. It's a coat, by the way. So the reason I wanted to share this is because you cannot see anything that you want as something that is so far from you, because that's what you will continue to feed onto, that it's so far. And you could have everything that you want if you just choose to believe it. You know, you need to push yourself and, like, you know, persist in the idea of how amazing and wonderful you are, and how easy it is for you to achieve it all and have it all, and how everything is available. There's nothing that you're limited to. And you need to have that inner conversation. You need to say those affirmations. You need to script those stories of the success, of how easy, how simple, how open you are to receiving these things. And most importantly, start putting yourself on a pedestal by creating this wonderful person that already exists within you, but fully realizing by becoming it day to day. Okay, so I hope these stories inspire you and help you. Please remember that I am available for one-on-one coaching. And yes, I'll see you next week. Bye.